Hi everyone, welcome back to Eclipse, Astrology, and Tarot. I'm Marla, and this is your weekly reading for the week of May 21st, 2016. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at eclipseastro.com and follow me on Facebook at Eclipse, Astrology, and Tarot. All right, I have a lot of cards today. Spirit was very chatty this morning. So let's get right to it. The overall energy this week is the Two of Cups. And there's a very powerful full moon today in Sagittarius, and that fits perfectly with this card. So this card is about having a balanced union between two people. Two people coming together as equals. Coming together in pure love. So the full moon, the moon's in Gemini. The moon is in Sagittarius. Sorry, the sun is in Gemini. A full moon is always when the moon is opposite the sun. What's really special about this one is that we have Mars that's representing the masculine energy conjunct the moon, which represents feminine energy, in opposition to the sun, which represents the masculine energy, which is conjunct Venus, which represents the feminine energy. So two planets, one masculine, one feminine, conjunct each other and creating an opposition. So this is really asking us to come into perfect balance with the masculine and feminine energies. And the masculine and feminine energies have nothing to do with gender, first of all. It's all about, energy, and everyone carries both of these energies inside of them. So the first step is balancing them inside of you. And that means knowing when to use your masculine qualities versus your feminine qualities, knowing when to use your logic, knowing when to use your intuition, knowing when to take action, knowing when to be receptive. Mastering both. When we bring the masculine and feminine energy together, that's creative energy. So you can see it's helping us manifest things when we bring it together inside of us. It's like being able to use your third eye, seeing the bigger vision, and then going out and being able to create it. That's how we blend the masculine and feminine. Then we want to balance it in our relationships. So now Mars is in retrograde still. So this means the masculine energy, and again, it doesn't relate to gender, it relates to people that carry more masculine energy. Because it's retrograde, it's conjunct the moon, which represents intuition, and it's in the sign of Sagittarius, which also represents using your intuition. The masculine energy is being asked to tune into their intuition more. Now, the feminine energy is in Gemini conjunct the sun. The sun is the ego. The sun is taking action. And Gemini is the sign of logic. So the feminine energy, actually Venus is in Taurus. Sorry about that. But still, the feminine energy is being asked to step into their power more, to take a leadership role. The sun is leadership. It rules Leo. And I wore my goddess shirt today so I could remind all you lovely feminine energy people out there to really stand into your power and bring that goddess energy. And I want to mention real quick too that, okay, for example, the female energy, the feminine energy. I think there's been a disconnect in society currently where the female energy has been told that in order to show their power, they need to use masculine energy. So, for example, a lot of females have taken on mostly masculine energy in order to kind of become powerful, not realizing that the feminine energy in and of itself can also be very powerful. So when I say that the feminine energy should step into their power, I don't mean taking on all the masculine energy and kind of denigrating the feminine energy in the process. It's being able to recognize that the feminine energy is just as powerful as the masculine energy. Only it's coming from compassion, love, nurturing, and from that place of intuition, from that place of knowing, from the place of emotions. And so also we're balancing relationships at the same time. Healing relationships. You see Mercury's symbol in the corner here of this card representing healing. Mercury's going direct tomorrow, by the way. That'll be good news for everyone. We'll be able to feel a little bit more like we're able to take action. And so when the masculine and feminine come into balance, it really helps us in our relationships because we're able to understand each other better. We're each bringing something to the table. And coming together as equals, acknowledging the beauty in each other. The next card about the overall energy is the Seven of Pentacles. You can see there's a man here and a beautiful garden that's blooming. For those in the Northern Hemisphere, it's spring and things are beginning to blossom. So this is a sign from Spirit saying that what we're trying to manifest is growing. We need to have patience though. And I know many of you are trying to grow relationships. And it's, like I said, bringing the masculine and feminine into balance in all ways is where we're really going to master our creative abilities. And that means our manifestation abilities. And also with this card, Spirit is saying, you know, this week, really enjoy life. Take the time to just breathe, relax, know that your garden's blooming, and there's nothing to stress about. Getting to a place of surrender and just knowing that It's a divine cycle and everything's in order. The full moon as well. There's an asteroid called Patience, which happens to be conjunct Neptune right now. And Neptune's part of that T-square with Jupiter and Saturn. And I've been talking about that a lot as far as building our dream and manifesting our dream. And having patience there is just another way of saying that the dream is manifesting, but it's taking time. So have patience. Relax in the knowledge that abundance is coming to you. The hidden influence this week is the Hermit card. So, I feel like seeking knowledge. This card is very Sagittarian in nature because Sagittarius is about wisdom. It's that cosmic wanderer, always searching for knowledge. So this week we're asked to go inward and we're asked to find our inner light. We're asked to trust that we have all the knowledge we need inside of us. And that aspect of wisdom conjunct Atlantis is still happening. We're still tapping into that knowledge. And, this is also about finding our power, because once you know that you have all the knowledge you need, then you realize that you're a powerful being. And I think shining your light for other people as well. Many of us are getting called right now to step into mission. And actually the asteroid Excalibur, which represents mission, just moved into Virgo. It's at 0 degrees Virgo, and it's squaring the full moon. And this is actually calling us to mission, which means we're out there shining our light for other people, passing on our knowledge. Make sure you find some quiet time this week to kind of tap into that knowledge. Especially the masculine energy. Everyone should, but I'm feeling especially the masculine energy. And oh, I lost it. I had a thought and then I lost it. Sometimes happens when you're channeling information. So let's go on to the advice from Spirit. And I have 3 cards here. The first card is the Devil. Now I want you to take a look at these 2 cards together. The 2 of Cups and the Devil. They both have a couple on them. But the Devil card is showing people chained. And this is showing us that this full moon, we're breaking templates, meaning we're breaking down the way relationships have always been done and we're healing them. In old relationships, we were chained to each other through codependency. And the new type of relationships, we come to each other as equals in love in order to heal and assist each other. So is there a karmic relationship that you need to focus on, that you need to release? Because the full moon is all about releasing energy. Are you chained to someone? Are you chained to your belief systems? Don't forget, this is also Sagittarian energy. We're going to have the moon, Mars, and Saturn in Sagittarius. And as the moon is traveling, it's going to hit Mars exact, Mars retrograde, and then go on to hit Saturn, and then go on to hit asteroid union. So what is blocking you? Actually, asteroid karma is opposite union and squaring the node, so creating a cross, which is asking you what old patterns, belief systems, and relationships are blocking you from moving into the new type of relationship. The next card is Ten of Wands. This is also advice from Spirit. So the message with this is that you have been carrying a heavy load. You have been, we've been carrying a heavy burden lately, energetically, a lot happening. People are exhausted. People aren't feeling good. People are having, I see a lot of sore throats, sinus infections, coughs. And this is all related to the energy, the current energy. So you're being acknowledged for the load that you're carrying. And basically the message is you have to find your strength, because look at the card. You're actually at the bottom of the stairs still, and you still have a little ways to climb with that burden. So unfortunately, we need to stay strong, and we can do it. This is why it's important to rest too. You know, we go a few steps and then we have to rest, and that's okay. The last card for advice from Spirit is the Four of Swords, which is about resting. We're healing. We're doing a lot of healing. That's why we're physically kind of tired and not feeling good. That's the cost of breaking the templates and healing the energy. So take time to rest. This is also about going inward. Sorry. This one's about going inward. I still have the wrong cards. Now, we're going inward. The Hermit card, too. Going inward and finding that hidden wisdom. Tapping into that feminine energy. Being receptive. Going with our intuition. Hearing the messages. And finding our strength and our patience. You know, going from the Devil card, this card, to this card is not an easy task. And I know many of you are feeling it, feeling very burdened. But think of the bigger picture. You know, use the Sagittarian energy. Think of the bigger picture. Think of what we're creating, what we're manifesting, and the beautiful future that we have to look forward to. So lastly, I have a goddess card to represent this full moon, and the goddess that came up was Ostara. Her message is fertility, and it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So fertility really means we're tapping into our creative abilities. And how do we do that? We balance our masculine and feminine energies. And Ostara is the goddess of springtime. I think she came up at the full moon that was at the spring equinox. And it's about getting outside, getting into the light, starting new projects. Some of the other meanings of this card is pregnancy. You will be involved with a successful child conception, adoption, or custody resolution. Your desire will fully manifest in the springtime. And we still have a month of spring. The summer solstice is a month away. There will be a resurrection of the old. Your new idea or venture will be successful, and it's an opportune time to make life changes. When we have a balance of the masculine and feminine energy, it is the perfect time to make changes. Again, harnessing all the best qualities of both. So I'm going to end it there. Have a great week. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon.